let me say that today justice has been seen in the courts, and we want to say that the courts are the last defense for the people of Kenya. There were no offenses committed as such. The affidavit of did not disclose an offense. But I want to urge young people that the biggest battle is of the vote. And we want to urge those who are 18 and have no IDs to get their ID cards. Then go to the constituency IBC office. Is open, is operational, even if there are no commissioners, and register as a voter. That is the best weapon you can have to create change in the country. Without that, we are going to have this problem. Let all the young people be on the deciding table in the next election. And even I urge the country to have IBC as quickly as possible. We have lost members of parliament, and their places have not been replaced. The abductions are outrageous. We know that state agencies are guilty of this. There's no one else licensed to have handcuffs other than a state officer. There's no one licensed to have a gun, and even nowadays they have guts to shoot the vehicles of those who they want to abduct, to follow up, and even vehicles hanging around, tracing people to be abducted. We also want to call upon Kenyans to rein on such people, such abductors, now that the government has denied they belong to them. When you see somebody hanging around, as they did in Embu, 2-3 days, number plate with fake numbers, when you search them, they appear to other people. Let the wananchi also help do public arrest on these people so that we can hand over them to the police. And we want the IG to obey court order. Let him come here in court. Either bring these people, he has capacity to arrest these criminals. He knows who these criminals are. Let the IG give orders and arrest the criminals, whether they belong to state agents or whether it is even the director of CID or people, CID officers if they are involved. So therefore, let the rule of law rule this country, and next week we expect the IG in court, and we expect the abductees to be released.
The issue of the people, the Kenyan innocent people who have been abducted by this Ruto's regime. And I did not imagine that the police could disrupt us in such a cruel way. It was a sit-down. It was a peaceful protest. In fact, we had sat down and chained ourselves. And it's so sad that the police in Kenya are still behaving in the way they did yesterday, in front of the media, in front of the public, the Kenyan public. So it shows that the Kenyan police are not going to change any time. So I think we have a lot of work to do to see change in this country. I've said again and again that police killings in Kenya is a colonial vestige. And I think I've been vindicated that colonialism never really ended. We are still being colonized. That's why, that's the only reason that the police can come and treat Kenyans in that way. Kenyans who are peaceful, protesting, I did not imagine they could do that, because in other countries, people are coming out, like Mozambique, and protesting, and I've not seen that kind of brutality from the police. So I wonder who the police work for, because the police are supposed to protect the poor people of Kenya, and not the rich people, the criminals in power, the people who have looted this country and made the country, the economy of this country to completely crumble, because nothing is working. People are struggling, businesses are struggling, they are going down because of corruption. So I believe it's time for us to come together and unite. Another thing, it's good that we have been released, but we are still insisting on the issue of the people who have been abducted. Let us not let this issue to be lost, because that is why in the first place we were arrested. We want these people back. We want them to be brought back alive and safe, because they were taken alive. We want them safe. It's so sad that they have been abducted by the state. We want answers to these questions. And Mr. Ruto, we are demanding that either you resign, or at least these things come to an end once and for all. Kenyans, let us unite and fight completely to remove this evil regime from power.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mawakili kupata mandugu zetu 23 wamepatiwa uhuru wao mahakamani kwa shutuma za polisi ambazo sio za halali kwetu sisi. Tumezidi kuendeleza ama kuhimiza mahakama kwamba mambo haya ya serikali ambayo sisi hatuambatani nayo ama hatuelewani nayo, ni kwamba wananchi wana haki za kuungana, kuandamana na kufanya maandamano ya amani, na kwamba njia yoyote ambayo sio ya kisheria ya kupuuzilia mbali haki hizi, sisi kama jamii ya mawakili tutasimama kidete. Tutahakikisha kwamba sheria ya kikatiba na wala sio sheria ya kiimla ndio itakuwa inafuatwa. Tumefurahi kwa sababu leo kipindi cha mwisho, siku ya mwisho ya mwaka huu wa 2024 tumepata maelekezo thabiti ya kisheria na ya kikatiba, na kwamba hawa mandugu zetu 23 leo watajumuika na familia zao, watafurahia mwaka mpya wakiwa huru. Alafu tutarudi tarehe 21 kuja kufanya ama kuchukua maelekezo mengine kotini. Lakini tunahimiza kwamba kuna utekaji nyara, mfumo wa kuteka nyara wa Kenya ambao unaendelea, mfumo ambao sio wa kisheria bali ni mfumo wa kigaidi. Yani tunasema kwamba kuna watu katika serikali ambao wamechukua sheria mikononi mwao na wanaangamiza misingi ya kikatiba, misingi ya kidemokrasia ambao sisi kama Wakenya tumepigania muda mrefu. Lakini haimaanishi kwamba tulipopigana tuliweka silaha zetu chini. Silaha bado tuko nazo, silaha za amani, silaha za maridhiano, silaha za kuhakikisha ama kudhibitisha kwamba nchi yetu ya Kenya haitarudi katika mfumo wa kiimla, mfumo wa kibepari. Tunasema kwamba sisi kama mawakili tuko tayari kuanzisha mfumo mpya wa kidemokrasia, wa kisheria. Na sisi kiapo chetu kama mawakili, wote hawa walio hapa ni mawakili wanachama wa Law Society of Kenya, tulichukua kiapo kwamba tutachukua sheria, tutalinda sheria, tutalinda katiba na tutafata mfumo ambao ni wa kikatiba. Tumefurahi leo kwa sababu tumeona afueni, koti imeimarisha udhibiti wa sheria kwa kusema kwamba waandamanaji hawa wa amani wapatiwe ruhusa pale watakapolipa bail ya shilingi 1,000 kila mmoja wao, ambao inalipwa sasa hivi. Kwa hivyo muda usio mrefu watatoka wakiwa huru na mnaweza kuwahoji. Lakini nawashukuru wenzangu hapa kwa sababu tumeshinda hapa siku nzima. Labda wengine hawaja kula, mimi nilikuwa nimekula. Nataka pia nyinyi wanahabari niwaombee muwe na sikukuu njema, mwaka mpya wa fanaka na baraka. Tutaonana mwakani ukianza. Asanteni sana.
This is my piece of advice to our President, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Kenya is our country. We cannot run anywhere. This country needs a lot of wisdom in leading it. It doesn't need force. Another thing, His Excellency, he took an initiative on 11th of July 2024 by dismissing all of the cabinet secretaries. But he forgot only one thing, to dismiss all friends of him surrounding him. All friends of him surrounding him, because they are misleading him, they are not helping him. We want peace in the Republic of Kenya. This is our country. The economic status of our country and the political status, when we look at it now, it's not good actually. Where shall we run to? The image of our country, some years back they were calling Kenya as a country of peace, as a country that most of people really loved it. But at this particular time now, when you look at our country, actually, it is in a very dilapidated state. Therefore, at this particular time, I wish also to give my appreciation to the entire court for the arbitration that they did, so that they can be able to release these freedom fighters, mainly to go and celebrate the new year at their home. Otherwise, let me wish you best of luck, the social media for the work that you have done, and may the Lord bless you abundantly. New year of 2025. Thank you very much.